Today on Don't Panic Pantry, we are doing a special giveaway thanks to the good people at Zojirushi. We'll be giving away a Zojirushi rice cooker and a Zojirushi multi-cooker. And all you gotta do is be a subscriber to this channel and leave a comment down below saying why you think you should get it. The only rule is you can't be my mom. Mom, you can't win it. I'm sorry. On the show today, to show you how great Zojirushi is, we are going to make one of my favorite dishes. It is Soboro Don. This is like a super classic home-style Japanese dish that is super popular and really delicious and really easy. And as always, when I cook Japanese food, I gotta give a shout out to the original, the greatest Japanese cookbook. And this is where I kind of learned the base recipe for this, but now I've kind of riffed and modified. One of the cool things about this dish is there's no oil in the dish. All of the stuff just kind of gets simmered and cooked together in a regular pot. So what I'm gonna do is, because we've got some lovely scallions, and the green scallion tops are a really awesome textural brightness thing at the end, but then the whites you don't wanna have raw, so I'm gonna take these whites, take these little root ends off, and just slice these off. So kind of the white and light green parts are coming off first. And then I'm gonna give these a nice kind of fine chop. I'm just gonna take these and put them right on top of our chicken. All in the pot, just like this. No oil, no preheating, no nothing. Now I take the greens, and I'm gonna just slice these nice and thin. And these will be to garnish our bowls at the end. And then, fun little scallion tip for all you scal heads out there, is if you take your scallions and you put them in ice water, they firm up and stay kind of crispy. So I've just got a little strainer set over some ice water. Keep in mind, the scallions, the garlic, and the ginger are all optional, but I'm gonna use them because I like the flavor. So you could just finely chop this. I kind of prefer to use a microplane and grate it so it's the smallest pieces possible, because they're really only gonna cook for as long as it takes for ground chicken to cook, which is not that long. Take like a little knob of ginger, probably only use about half of this. And then we're gonna take basically the classic Japanese seasoning trio, which is sake, soy sauce, and mirin. Mirin is a sweetened cooking wine. I got a little bit left in this bottle. And we're just doing splashes of them all. 2 tablespoons or so, and then probably about 3 tablespoons of sake, and then probably about the same amount of soy sauce, maybe 2 tablespoons or so. You can always add more soy sauce later. This is the salt. I read about this as a trick to help break down. It was on the blog Just One Cookbook, and they talked about using 4 chopsticks to stir eggs and chicken. And what it does is it kind of helps break it up a little more. And now, get ready for this, folks. It just goes right on the stove like this. Medium heat. And so the goal is to kind of have the ground chicken and the scrambled eggs be similar in texture. So a fun fact, that rice that we made it before we shot another video, and then it was sitting in the warmer for 1 hour, and the rice is still perfect. Chicken changes color when it's cooked. It turns opaque. And if you're unsure, cook it longer. If you wanted to do it in like a non-stick skillet with a rubber spatula, you could do that. There's something kind of fun about the ability to kind of vigorously scrape with these chopsticks to kind of keep it moving. Let's take 4 eggs. Oh shoot, I forgot the sugar in the chicken. Not so much for sweetness as it is for balance. So you're just taking a little, probably like a ½ teaspoon or so. Try to break up any of those big clumps that you can. The chicken kind of absorbs all that liquid, and then it releases it, and now you see it's like so much more wet in here. So now, see, we got this extra juice in here, we can literally just drain that off now. You're not looking for browning, you just want it to be cooked. All right, so now we've got our 4 eggs, a little sprinkle of sugar, a little splash of sake, and a little splash of soy sauce. Even add a little pinch of salt if you want to. Got it on like a medium heat again. We're gonna puncture the egg yolks. Now basically we're just gonna let this cook, continuing to break it up so it kind of has a similar texture, and you want it kind of dry. Get in the sides, get in the bottom. You can really scrape around and get these little chunks that you want that you can't get with like a spatula in a non-stick pan. You don't really want to use a whisk in a non-stick pan. This is a pretty cool trick, to be honest. Thank you, Just One Cookbook. And this way, like the chicken and the egg will all like mix really, really well. Now this looks good. I can turn the heat off. Look at that. Little ground chicken textured egg. Let's make our sauce. Classic version of this sauce is literally just dashi mixed with sugar and soy sauce, and that's it. Very popular in Japan is this instant dashi, which you can buy in little packets or a little jar like this. So I'm gonna take probably like a half teaspoon, a cup of hot water, a little bit of sugar, not to be sweet, but to just give a little bit of balance. And then a decent amount of soy sauce. It's probably like a quarter cup of soy sauce to like a cup of dashi. Give it a little taste. It's like alarmingly good. Ooh, we can take this out now. Can you hear that? Our perfect rice. I've looked at lots of different versions of plating this, and the funniest one to me is when you build a little line of peas across the middle. The peas go marching one by one, hurrah. But then you do a little layer across the top like this. Hold the line, peas. And then you take your sauce, it just pours over and it drizzles through and onto the rice below, and you can always add more on yourself later. Do you want chopsticks or a spoon?
Chopsticks, obviously. I only do things the authentic way. What song is that? Guess the song. Ready?
In the air night.
Yeah. Where are there peas in this?
Because it's a vegetable.
Can I have sauce? Can I have some soy sauce?
There's sauce on it. You taste it first before you even need more sauce. Who's gonna say it?
What?
I'm not a big egg person.
I'm not a big egg person. I don't get it. People go nuts for egg, and I think it's gross. I love Soboro Donburi, having just learned about it like a month ago. Or, as I call it, mix and match. I've totally discovered this on my own. It's so good because it's, look, everybody wants soy sauce and rice and chicken.
You can also, if you want to level up, add a little furikake, which is like a rice seasoning. So it's like seaweed. There's all the different sort of flavors of it. Sprinkle a little bit of this on.
It's so good. It's all the things that you want to be eating anyway, maybe minus the egg. But it's so good.
And super fast, super easy. There's no oil in it. The only fat is the naturally occurring fat in eggs and chicken. Win one of these amazing rice cookers or one of these amazing multi-cookers and enjoy your life.
How do they win it?
Leave a comment down below as a subscriber to the channel and tell us why you think you should win it.
Send nudes.
To Iliza, DM only.
I already get so many.
Men only. We did it. All right.